Welcome to Whisky Vibe. Yeah, my name is Ryu, and we are back. I am back with another friend. He is not exactly a whiskey person, but he drinks whiskey, but he is a wine connoisseur and wine expert, wine lover, and my new friend, Shalom.
Hey everyone.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for coming all the way.
No, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. Mostly we only talk about the whiskey. So I think this is kind of the breakthrough and then new things. So talking about the wine.
Well, they're all connected, right? It's all alcohol.
Yeah, basically all alcohol make us happy, make us
Yes.
drunk.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, relax and then we enjoy the flavors. I think pretty much is similar.
That's when real friendships are being forged, right?
Yeah.
And the truth comes out.
Ah, awesome. So how are you today?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I was pretty busy for work in the morning. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you came. Now is just for your information, listeners, is just past that the noon and then heading to the 1 p.m. and then we are poured one dram.
1 p.m. is a good time to
Yeah,
start.
Yeah, well, why not? It's a Friday.
Yes, it is.
So, can you tell the listeners what you are having?
Oh, I'm having a really great Glenmorangie 14-year-old that's offered by Ryu, and this is a 14-year-old that's been aged in bourbon and port.
Yes, right.
And I do suspect it's a ruby port that's in here. I like this a lot. Very mama lady, fruity, dried figs, chocolate. Kind of stuff I really enjoy, not overwhelmed by the peat.
Yeah.
Balance of fruit, balance of oak.
Yes.
So yeah, my kind of style.
Yeah. I'm happy to pick this for you. Yeah, I'm really happy you enjoy this. And then, now you're having. Cheers, man.
Cheers, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I really love this stuff these days. I think I drink almost every week. I really love that. Yeah.
Oh, that kind of explains why this thing is half drunk.
Yeah, exactly. I think I bought maybe a couple of months ago. But yeah, I have still a lot of the bottles, but I think I pick this up quite often, literally every week.
Beautiful. Good
Yeah,
choice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I love that the chocolatey note at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
end. So yeah, Shalom.
That's friend.
Yes. Okay, I'm Christian. So every time I say your name, it's like reminds me that. I mean, I can't really stop connecting to that.
It's a good. It's you're blessing me. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, bro. Yeah. So yeah, just we gonna start about that your journey about that wine, and then how did you
Sure.
end up here? So I think we all want to know who you are.
Yeah.
Not exactly your personal life. You don't need to share personal life, but
Yes.
yeah, anything related to your life. So
Sure.
yeah, when did you start drinking? I mean, when is the moment you totally into that the wine?
I gotta tell you this story on here. I was 17 actually.
17.
Underage.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So really got interested in it. Went to the supermarket, saw a bottle of Chardonnay from New York.
Wow.
Yeah. So sparkling, sweet, a little bit of alcohol in there. And like, what the heck is this Chardonnay thing, right? So
Yeah.
went to buy it at the counter. Woman didn't check my ID. Just passed through. Had the bottle, crack it
Oh.
open at home.
Is it in Singapore? No.
Yeah, in Singapore, that's
Okay.
right. Yeah, beautiful stuff, right? Absolutely gorgeous, And then I'm like, wow, it's like, this is what's Chardonnay? What the hell is that?
Did you even know how to read properly back then?
No, I mean it was probably
yeah.
Chat Donai or something like that, But it
Yeah.
was really interesting, right? It's nice bottle and all that.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what they really like to drink, and unlike the usual stuff.
Yeah.
So paid my own pocket money, had that. I'm like, well, this is great, right? Like Chardonnay, what's Chardonnay? So it's like a wine grape, right?
Yeah.
And it's like one of the 10,000 wine grapes out there. I'm like, I mean, there's 99,900 other grapes that I gotta. It's like Pokemon, you gotta catch them all. So that's what got me on my journey. I'm like so curious to say, okay, so if that Chardonnay tastes so good, what would be what do the other grapes taste
The
like?
curiosity started
Absolutely,
from that.
yeah. So it's from then on, it's all about just tasting as much as I can, trying to understand all these different grapes, understand its personality, like understanding a new friend. It's the same thing.
That's
so
nice. Yes.
yeah, and then in the person you'll never know everything about the person. You got to spend enough time, and there's different faces, different dimensions to the person. It's the same thing with, for example, Chardonnay from Australia, from New York, from whatever in the world.
Definitely different.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, same grape.
Yeah.
Different flavor, different personality.
Yes.
And it's the same with people, right? You see different sides of a person too. The more time you spend with them. So that's what really got me into the wine.
Wow, what a metaphor! I mean, it's not the metaphor. Actually, what a journey. Actually,
yeah.
I never heard about this kind of the story. Something that you really give that the example of that.
Kids,
that's
don't
awesome.
don't sneak your way through the supermarket. They're pretty strict these days. Okay.
Yeah, very strict. Yeah, absolutely very strict. I mean, I don't have a baby face. I don't have a problem. But yes, kids, teenagers, don't do that.
Yes, don't.
And we always drink responsibly.
100%.
Yes, man. So then, wow, that is really amazing story, man. And then after that, then Chardonnay, what was that the second one?
Well, I can't really remember, but I decided to taste other stuff like Pinot Noir, and I fell in love with all these different grapes out there. I remember, when I got started in that journey, I just wanted to know more, so went to the internet, right, and just printed all these things out there, started reading, buying cheap encyclopedias off those kind of secondhand sales kind of thing, like $50. You get this really thick encyclopedia. But just bought this little dictionary I remember it's a white color book called Odd Beans, and he has this is a dictionary of all these wine terms.
Wow.
Just read it like a storybook, and like trying to know what all these wine terms are.
Wow.
So it was only last year when I came across the same book again. I haven't seen it in ages. And I'm like, I was just flipping through the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, I probably know every single term in every page here, so I don't have to keep this book anymore. I can probably give it away, which I did.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, pass to another person, and then you literally deliver your things. It's like a kind of the Bible or like a war Lord of the Ring thing.
Yeah, right? No, that's right. That's right, man. Yeah.
Wow, I love that story, because I mean, even though I'm whiskey drinker, I have a book, but I didn't really read through. And then when I never thought, it's quite fascinating you explained that your journey like that. It's like really inspired me a lot. Thanks, man. Yeah,
no worries, man.
Yeah, it's like a really meeting the new friend. Hello, my friend. This is kind of my old new friend. Yeah, Glenn Marines. Yes, my new friend, but become my best friend.
That's all. The great thing about whiskey as well is every time you smell it, there are things about it you never noticed before.
Yeah. That's right.
Every time you keep coming back to it, it's like, wow, that's a different aspect I never knew, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same with people, man. The more you get to hang out with them, you're like, I never discovered things about this. How come you never told me? You know?
Yeah, because every time I drink this one, I mean, not only the Glenmorangie but the other bottle. I think really, we always say, depends on the day, and that depends on what you had before also, and then literally it's different. And then every time drink, sometimes it feels the same, sometimes it's different. I think, these notes I never felt before, and that is beautiful. And then after that, you want to keep exploring and explore. That is, I think, really beautiful journey.
Absolutely. And it really depends on the mood, what music you listen to.
Music, yes.
And, the people as well, right? When you're around some other people, with a different perspective, you start to realize, hey, I didn't notice these things before they're mentioning about, So it all comes together, I would say. And no whiskey tastes the same every time you crack it open and drink. And the same thing with wine as well. No wine will ever taste the same. And because wine evolves over time, with time, with age, it will give you a different expression, and we all grow old with more wisdom as well, and we give people a different flavor.
Awesome. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I'm still stunned by your explanation. So okay, then we can move to the next your talk. So I mean, there's these days quite a lot of the reasons and then the flavors there. I drink wine sometimes, and then of course I went to some wine master class, how to drink, I mean, went back in Korea.
How to drink, just
Yeah.
that's how to drink.
And because back then wine was quite a boom, and then everybody started to drink wine, and
Yeah.
then not drinking soju like not the Korean way. So
Yeah.
there's a certain way we have to drink wine. So okay, interesting. I want to listen, and then I think that is the time I think I slowly into that the Western drink.
Yes.
Yeah. Although before that I drink wine, but it's just for the social things.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah, but I think that was quite the break, the point that I moved to this kind of the world. So basically, a lot of the regions you explore that the through your journey. I mean, simple question.
Yes.
So, what are you into these days? Which area or what kind of flavor?
My
profile?
friend, if you buy me a bottle of wine, it's free.
Oh,
It's my favorite because I don't have to pay
that's
for
good. Was okay. Stupid question. Good answer.
it. No, but in all
Yeah.
seriousness, I do. It's hard for me to say what kind of region I like these
Yeah.
days. It's more what kind of what kind of wine, what kind of expression I'm going for.
Yeah.
And so there's two types of wine that I usually gravitate to depending on my mood.
Yeah.
One of them is just super fruity, like oaky butterscotch, like just punchy in your face, brutal. You know,
You are not talking about the whiskey, right? It's
no,
totally like
yeah, I'm
a
talking
whiskey.
like whiskey, but it's like rock and roll wine. You
Yes,
know, it's
yes,
just
yes.
really in your face and all that because you don't want to think too much. You know,
Yeah.
you don't need. It's like watching an action movie,
Yeah.
right? You're just like
Blockbuster.
I don't need the freaking storyline. I just
Exactly.
need the bing bang boom.
Yeah.
You know, the car chases. You know, the heck with the storyline.
like
you know?
like a Dwayne Jones movie.
Yeah, absolutely. So I like the kind of stuff when I don't really want to think too much and I just want to
Ah.
enjoy myself. But in my quiet moments, when the kids are asleep, when no one bother me, and I can turn on a little bit of jazz music,
Yeah.
that's when I want to taste some really complex stuff. Things with layers in there. Things that evolve.
Yes.
In the next few 30 minutes is different. An hour is different. In 2 hours is different. And it's just opening up. It's just peeling itself out like an onion. I love this sort of thing. The complexity of the oak, the fruit, the age, all that kind of thing. The tertiary notes all coming together. That's beautiful, my friend. That's
Awesome.
all like an orchestra in your mouth.
Wow. Orchestra. Yeah. Actually, that kind of the expression I hear from a lot of the cuisine, the Michelin
Yeah.
starred restaurant, the food description, like a Gordon Ramsay. Mouthful is the orchestra. But I think never heard this kind of expression from the whiskey drinkers, even the
Yeah.
YouTube. But wine has feel like like a whiskey versus wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whiskey sounds like a bit more heavier. I mean, definitely alcohol volume is heavier.
Yes, that's right.
But the wine, I'm not sure. I'm not the wine the expert, but definitely there will be some variety of that the flavors and then those body. But the sounds like a more brighter and then a more lighter. Not only the alcohol volume. So, what do you think about that? Then those. That,
Oh no, it's just us trying to be pretentious.
Oh my god, I love it. Oh my god, I really love to talk to you, man. Really great. It was the best decision I invite you here. Yeah. You really that's two different moments. One with the jazz, explore
Yeah.
more that the flavor. One
right.
just to drink casually, enjoy the moment. I think pretty much the same as me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we all do, although we drinkers.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, that days that you just don't want to think too much, right?
Yes.
Because honestly, if you drink a good whiskey or you drink a good wine, it's intellectual. And at the end of the day, you feel so tired.
Yeah.
You don't really want to think too much.
Yeah. Actually, usually I post my review into my Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I just want to drink. Why am I doing this?
Yeah,
But I also want to leave the things for my. I mean, when I look back, oh yeah, I was thinking like that.
I know what
Yeah.
you feel, man. And look, every time I drink a bottle of wine,
Yeah.
I start typing notes. I can't help it, man. I just
Yeah,
start typing
exactly.
notes. I start thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's I don't know. It's kind of like a habit. It
Yeah,
kind of has it.
yeah.
And then you look back. Yeah, I know. I remember how it felt like.
Yeah.
But man, there are some days you just don't want to do nothing.
Yeah,
you know?
just lying down on the couch, and then playing music. So you like the jazz music?
I do. I like jazz music. I like rock music. I like heavy metal. I listen to almost everything, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, me too. Pretty much these days, I think my solo, the podcast, Whisky Vibe, I usually play that the either jazz or lo-fi.
R&B stuff.
Lo-fi music.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I pretty much listen to everything.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I
So
do.
it's-
I mean, I listen. I was on the car. I was listening to some Mandarin pop. Moved
pop.
over to heavy metal, to things like
Awesome.
Limp Bizkit and Disturbed and Union Underground, and then shifted over to like some, some jazz music, Stan Getz and
Stan
all
Getz,
that. Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
So just from up to down. That's why I've always been described as my personality, from 0 to 100, and then all the way down again, all the way down. Yeah.
Okay, then that point of the point, I have a question. Then when you are moment of the zero,
Yeah.
what are you drinking?
Well, when I'm
Yeah.
zero, I'm usually drinking the more complex stuff.
More complex
Yeah.
stuff.
So when we say
Oh,
zero, we mean like
Yeah.
my activity level, right?
Yeah.
My level of freneticness is down, right? So
Yeah.
yes, I'm calm. I'm drinking this stuff. But when I'm 100,
Yeah.
I gotta hit hard,
which means you're going for more
full bodied,
Full-
heavy,
oh.
punchy, right in your face, butterscotch, oak, chewing on a piece of wood.
Wow. So you have actually it's not exactly a routine, but you have already know what you want and what you
I do.
drink. Yeah. So, but I mean, I guess you do same in collecting some wine you like
Yes.
and you want to have. So pretty much you have everything you want. Depends on the mood. In your
No, so most
The
of the stuff in
collection?
my collection is actually the zero stuff.
Oh.
The stuff when I'm calm and I'm supposed to crack it open and drink.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the one thing I want to ask is that because the whiskey we can keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is I think really good benefit. We can
That's
keep
right.
as long. I mean, doesn't matter how long. Of course, we try to finish within a couple of years
Yeah.
for me. But I mean, technically we can keep it and then we can seal it a bit if you don't. I don't want to drink.
Mm-hmm.
But wine, pretty much when you open, either you finish it or using for I don't know for cooking. Me usually
Yeah.
have to drink and then I have a leftover that I use for cook. I make some pasta or something. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. But how would you handle that? You
You
finish?
know.
I don't say don't you finish everything with
Well,
one month?
I try. I mean, like, look, if it's some, because quite honestly,
Yeah.
they always tell you that maybe within 24 hours the wine's going to deteriorate, and
Yes,
that's
exactly.
generally true.
Yeah.
But if you have a really good bottle, you could keep it even up to 48 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a new thing.
Yeah, it definitely will evolve over time, and of course with the help of some equipment like
Yeah.
argon gas and all that, definitely can
Oh.
preserve it longer. But I tend to finish my wines within 2 to 3 days. Some really good stuff that it really evolves, and I do keep a little bit sometimes overnight just to see
Okay,
the evolution of it.
intentionally, yeah.
Because but most of the times the stuff that I do keep, it will go through an evolution, and it's still all right. It's still very drinkable.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it has to have a certain level of initial quality to begin with.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to be tough, right? But I was told whiskey oxidizes as well
Yeah,
the
yeah,
moment
yeah,
you open
exactly,
it.
yes.
That was something new for me until I met the group and they told me that, and I said, I never knew that.
Definitely, yeah. So then definitely you said it must be a good quality wine.
Yeah, absolutely. It has to be a good quality bottle, meaning like it's got a lot of aromatics to begin with.
I
It's
mean,
got
for your good quality wine for that keeping maybe up to 48 hours.
Yeah.
Do you have the price range you can give the
yeah,
the
absolutely. I mean,
listeners?
this definitely starts this definitely starts at $50 and above.
Okay.
yeah.
That's not crazy. I was thinking maybe 100 or 150.
Oh no,
bucks.
I mean it goes all the
Yeah.
way up from there too,
Yeah,
right?
of course,
yeah.
yes.
But $50, you can definitely get some good stuff at $50.
Ah.
But most premium wines start from
Yeah.
that $50 range, and of course there's also another tier which is
Yeah.
like $80-$90 and above. That brings you to the next tier, and anything beyond that is a question of is that really what you're looking for in terms of the flavor, in terms of the profile, in terms of the the brand, because some people drink, right? Just
Yeah.
to show people that, hey, I can afford the brand. It's like owning a car. Nothing wrong with that, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I agree with that.
it's how they wanted it.
Yeah.
It's how they
It's a
want to
different
impress
way
people.
of the enjoying that the drink.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, absolutely. So for them, it's like that's like $1 to them, right? But to us, that's amazing. That's amazing stuff. You're cracking open and you just you're just downing it down in one gulp.
I'm gonna ask about that your recommendation at the end of the episode.
Sure.
Yeah, so depends on the price and then easily. I mean, we can Singapore pretty much is easily assess that the wine shop everywhere.
Yeah.
Especially that. I mean, Fair Price also has it.
Yes.
Cold Story has it. So okay, maybe that will be back at the end of the episode.
When I'm still sober, yes, I'll tell you.
You just had a few sip of that Glenmorangie, or there's a 40%?
No, I'll be having more. I'm predicting.
Yeah. Okay. I'm happy to be my guest. Are you ready? My guest. So yeah. So, and then, do you have any routine? While you're drinking wine, besides that, playing the music, or like pairing food,
Sure.
or before you drink, you do something. You like exercise or no way, or after drinking. Yeah.
Not really. I mean, it's but it would be very deliberate. If I do intend to crack open the bottle,
Yeah.
I already have that in mind a few days in advance. Honestly, yeah, I don't usually have like ready to read. Most of the wines I have, it's not really to crack open. So and if I do crack it open, I want to crack it open with a couple of guys, right?
Yeah.
Drinking it by myself is a little bit sad as well because they're all pretty good stuff. But if I do, on occasion, just go out there and buy a couple of bottles, one or two, just bring it back, share the wife once the kids fall asleep. That's a great thing to have. But usually I choose a day which I know the next day it's not going to be so busy.
Thinking ahead.
You do.
Yeah.
You got to plan ahead,
Yeah,
with
of course.
you only have so much capacity to
Yes.
take in so much
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah.
You got to make the most of it.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't want to talk about the Korean stuff thing. Back then, when I was in Korea, the controlling that things was really hard. I mean, socially,
Yeah.
and then social become like a habit. Habit
Yeah.
becomes like some personal issue. I didn't go through that way. Don't get me wrong. I didn't go through
Sure.
that way.
Yes.
I'm pretty much controlled.
Yes.
But yeah, well, I believe so.
Yeah. But the thing is, some
Yeah.
people with this personal
Yeah.
issues, right?
Yeah.
You're either happy
Yeah. Or cry.
or cry, or
Yeah.
the worst one is you become violent.
Oh yeah, that is the worst thing. Violent. And, yeah, that is the really
Yeah,
worst thing. And then
Because they're
Yeah.
happy drunks and they're also violent drunks, and the violent ones are really the ones you really want to get out of the way
yes,
from. Yeah.
try to avoid it. Not try to
Yeah.
avoid. I just have to avoid it.
You have to,
Yes.
that trouble.
Yeah.
And I've seen that. A couple of guys before. It's all the personal issues starting to
Yeah.
surface out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in Singapore, no, right?
No, I mean like
Yeah.
overseas. And all
Yeah,
that,
yeah. I didn't really see that kind of person. I mean, there must be, but
You
I
do.
don't- yeah,
I do see a
definitely.
couple
Yeah.
in the street. I mean, they don't. They're in certain places in Singapore. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, so because usually stereotype. So Singaporean, people here doesn't really drink, and technically government has been buying that alcohol from the convenience store
Yes.
after 10:30.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so pretty much control. I never seen anyone lying down on the street
Oh, I have.
in the morning. I only saw two person, but they are all Western persons. So.
And they are,
Yeah.
go around Clarke Quay in the middle.
Yeah.
You'll find them.
But compared to Korea, I keep saying that. I don't want to say that, but it's like
Yes.
a really well maintained, well managed people.
Yes.
Yeah. We can talk more a bit better topic. There's a brighter topic.
Social problems, my
Yeah,
friend. It comes with drinking. Don't get drunk.
Yes, that's why we always highlight that drink responsibly. That is a really important thing, I
Yep.
think. Yeah. Yeah, next question.
Sure.
Any unforgettable pairing you experience over your wine journey?
Unforgettable pairings.
Yeah.
You're talking pairings with food.
Food.
Sure.
Yeah, usually food. Oh, but if you have any other idea, then definitely feel free to share. Yeah.
No, I've had so many great pairings.
Yeah.
Have I had one that was like so monumental? I would say, well, I've had great pairings, but I never really put it in the place that it's better than the other experiences I've had. But there are a couple of pairings that I do enjoy a lot. Like one of them is basically hamon,
Yeah.
not really the
Ham.
barraco, because you can actually find black pigs in southern Italy as well.
Okay.
And they have really good lardo. They have really good ham over there that goes super well with some of the whites that they have from that region. So I've had that, and I think lots of great pairings in my life. Steak with a char grilled steak with some beautiful kiani.
Beautiful.
Salad, even a simple salad that's so fresh that goes with some really nice Sauvignon Blanc as well. Nothing really that stands out to me as being better than the other. But I would tell you that the best pairings I've had are those with people that you enjoy being around with.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, always a drink sharing the experience and sharing the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the food. Yeah, I think that's why we drink. I mean, it's nice drink alone, and then you and I playing the music.
At
But
times.
we also need
We need-
sharing, and those the
We're
time.
social people.
Yeah, social
we
people.
need to spend time with others as well.
Yeah.
There are times we recharge our energy by drinking by ourselves, and there are times that we need to express ourselves.
Nice. That's nice. Yeah. Okay, since from the 70s, I should stop this. Yeah, certain age, maybe. Yeah, I don't know how old you are, but pretty much I guess the over 10 years. Yeah, you've been drinking. It sounds like a serious alcoholic, but yeah. Again, we are not drinking like that.
My
way.
friend, I
Yes.
am not an alcoholic.
Yeah,
I am a
Yeah.
connoisseur,
Yes.
like what you have put it.
Yes.
I enjoy my wines.
Yes.
And I have been tasting wines,
Yes.
not drinking them,
Yes.
for over 20 years.
Over 20 years. That's
Yes.
awesome. Then I guess when you become really adult and then you choose that the job, I don't know, what do you do exactly that you,
I work in a pharmaceutical company in the IT space.
IT space is
Yes.
okay. So this is you are involving that in the wine business. Should I say that?
No, I wouldn't
Invest.
say I'm invested in
Yes.
it, but I'm not running anything in terms of the business side.
I see. So, but since you are connoisseur and you keep tasting the wine over 20 years, so but probably there was a moment. Okay, I want to learn more and I want to be a little bit. I mean, basically, I want to invest something. What is that? Did you plan something, or it just come suddenly and then it just happened?
No, I mean I mean the whole thing happened just
Yeah.
to put in some capital to
Yeah.
help kickstart somebody's business. That's all. Was never meant to make money or anything like that. Yeah.
So basically, then that you maintain your hobby and then what you like.
Yeah.
Is it-
Look,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
quite honest. I mean,
Yeah.
quite honest. I mean, you gotta be. It's hard to be rich working in the wine world. You gotta be really that top 1%
Yeah.
to do it, and you definitely need a lot of capital and connections.
That's right.
I think I'm in a better place to be able to afford to drink what I want to drink when I need to.
Yeah, actually, same.
Yeah.
I was just a short moment. Should I turn my business? I mean, my career, but then after
No.
5 seconds, right away. Now I think I just earn enough money to afford this
Yeah.
great whiskey
That's
I
right.
want to drink. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's one thing being a hobby. It's another being
Being in a professional career.
well,
like,
yeah, make a career, like to make
Yeah.
to have your living base off of it.
Yeah.
It could kill the joy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think I'm designer, so I chose designer this job because I love it. And then back then it was, I still love my job. I still love
Yeah.
what I do, but definitely the expectation and the moment I enjoy definitely different from what I have expected. But still, I have other hobbies to enjoy in
Yeah.
my life. Actually, that they support my keeping my my career. I think that is
Yes.
really
As a-
important to have. That's why important to have
agree.
this kind of a hobby what you like. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not the same anymore when you got to make a living and your
Yeah.
mortgage is relying on it. It's not fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
So and the thing is, sometimes if you are someone who loves what you're doing, and when you make decisions, sometimes you don't make very objective decisions.
Yeah. So, do you drink with your wife?
Yeah, sometimes. Yes.
Sometimes. So she also pretty much into wine as you.
Well, I would say when I crack open a bottle, I would share with her, but it's not like she's craving for a drink every day. I mean, I wouldn't say I crave for a drink every day, but I do love to have a good bottle of wine when I can, and it's one of the things, my go-to things when I'm winding down. For her, it's different. When she wants to wind down, she just watches a lot of drama.
I get it. Yeah. I mean, food and wine and drama. You're referring to the TV show, right?
Yeah, TV
Yeah,
shows.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. Yes, food and wine and drama.
Yeah.
I get a lot of drama. I get enough drama at work, so I don't need any more drama in my life.
Actually, true.
Yeah, I mean the workplace is really like a Netflix series in itself.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. Yeah. I mean, we are living that kind of the society. I mean, these days now. So.
Yeah. So kids, those shows you watch online, it's actually based on the true story.
Exactly. It's not just a TV show.
Yes.
I don't know whether kids are listening, but probably the listeners are all the people. Yeah. I mean, nodding that their head.
Yeah,
and
they
yes,
probably
that's
know
right.
too. Yeah. It's like, hey, I've seen this drama before
Yeah.
in my workplace.
Yes, exactly. Okay, yeah. Back to the topic. So, because you are the wine connoisseur, and then but you also drink whiskey.
Yes, I do.
Yes. So, what is the big differences you think?
I would say the alcohol strength
yeah.
is definitely different, and it makes a big difference, right? Because it changes the whole weight on your palate. It changes the whole mouthfeel
Yeah.
as well. And if that's something that you're not used to,
Yeah.
it can get pretty tiring on your palate pretty fast.
Yeah. It's burn out.
Not everyone likes that burning sensation, especially if you have a very sensitive palate.
Yeah.
That burning sensation can be kind of a negative.
Yeah.
Right, it makes them uncomfortable as well.
It feels like alcohol burn that first time feels like a spicy or some very hot temperature.
It's not enjoyable for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I think for me, I was quite fine. But for me, the most difficult thing was that the nosing, because the first time the alcohol coming up first, and then couldn't really.
Yeah, like
get
eating
that
wasabi,
nose.
right?
Yeah, exactly. But after that, the door of the heaven opens up.
Sure.
Yeah. What else do you think besides that the alcohol? I mean, there's a lot of differences. Definitely that the maturation. Basically, there are two different categories.
Well,
that they
I wouldn't
drink.
say it's totally different, because if you drink fortified wines, you kind of expect the kind of aromas as well. It's just a lot more amplified with the high alcohol in there. But so for me, the biggest thing is really that. It's really that alcohol, because you get that alcohol. It kind of lifts up in your nose. It's pretty strong, and when it gets to a certain cask strength, even I struggle with it at times. I know it's great. I know it's tasty in there, but the cask strength can overwhelm me sometimes, which is why I tend to even add a little bit of water. I mean, I know
yes.
that kind of opens up the aroma.
Yeah, more. Yeah.
But I do it as well, because I really think that cask strength, that high cask strength, is just overwhelming for me too. So yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing for me. And then of course the second would be peat, right? Because a peated whiskey, peat is not something you'll find
usually
in wine. So yeah, that's a whole different aroma as well.
Do you drink port wine too?
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh. Can you describe how the different from the? I mean, it's mostly it's sweeter. In general.
I mean, there is some sweetness in port.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, the fruitiness that you'll find in your whiskey sometimes is comparable to that sweetness that you find in port. Alcohol level is not that high, of course, as compared to whiskey.
Yeah.
It's got a very different. It's a lot more kind of berry, red fruit kind of profile that you can smell in there. That's pretty intense. It's got a tannin structure in there, so the texturally it's different. But other than that, when I look at whiskey, I'm thinking of pot amplified basically.
Yeah.
And some things of course being dialed down, like the fruit. It's not so dried out like what you get in here. Also depends on what sort of pot you have, quite honestly, right? Because if you have a ruby, you have the vintage, you have a tawny, you're going to get a different profile as well.
I quite feel interesting. Okay, port. Usually, I don't really like the sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Although sherry whiskey is sweet.
Yeah.
But the reason why I like that the whiskey, it's not directly. The flavor doesn't deliver directly to that. It's true that the cask and then it's just over the time it's going into that the spirit.
Yeah.
It contains a little bit of the nuance.
Yeah, the nuance. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the full thing. Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree
So that's why I love this stuff. But sometimes it's like, wow, that's a big dram, bro.
Yeah. What? This is a big dram?
I mean, no. So yeah. You really like that, yeah.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, so that's right. So, if I drink like a really 100% port cask matured, I mean, there's nothing that the whiskey I probably wouldn't like it, but but it's like a mix with that the experiment or other cask, and then it's harmonized together.
Yeah.
Gives us more complexity. I think that is the really beauty of that the whiskey.
Yeah.
But for the wine. The production wise, do they mix that the grapes as well? Do you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
they
okay.
blend grapes. So
Okay.
the
They
blend
blend,
grapes.
yes.
So after fermentation, they blend it, or maybe during the fermentation, they'll actually blend it.
Oh.
So it can be grapes can be co-fermented together.
I see.
Or they can be blended after the fermentation. Once they have stored in the vessel, once they've settled, then they've decided to do the blend.
Wow, that sounds fun.
So it really depends, right? But there are pros and cons for both sides of things. It really depends on how the winemaker wants to make that style, and those are really important information because it will affect the final product.
Yeah. So it's like like a Chardonnay. So it's like a different type of the Chardonnay blending, or it's like a Chardonnay plus that or what else?
Well, sometimes. So sometimes they do blend, white grapes with red grapes. Sometimes they do blend within the same color. Sometimes they would blend different clones of the same grape. So even Chardonnay itself, they have different clones, different types of expression. So it's the same genetic type, but it mutates in a little bit of a difference to maybe give you a different flavor or different way of a different growth or different ripening period. So even within, let's say if you're drinking Chardonnay, if you are a connoisseur, it's not enough to know, it's Chardonnay. What Chardonnay is it?
Yeah. I still don't know exactly what each type of the grapes, like a Pinot Noir Chardonnay or even Bordeaux. I can't really distinguish now, but I didn't.
Oh, you don't have to. You just
Yes.
have to drink more, and you'll remember. Yeah, it's the best way to learn. There's no other way. You can't learn these things by just reading it.
Yeah.
You gotta taste the thing.
Yeah, yeah. I think I wanna try more these days. Actually, because of the whiskey flavor, but I kind of leaning to a bit of the white wine more. My dad is a red wine drinker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he always drink the $20 or $30.
It's okay. No judgment there.
Yeah, exactly. So even though I bring the expensive stuff and $100 or $70, then he just keep it there, and he always drink.
Very nice. A good life. That's a good life.
Yeah, I think I really admire that little life he's doing. But if I give him that white wine, he doesn't. I don't really like it. Okay, this is mine.
Yeah.
So I really like that the white wine. Recently, I had do you remember Eddie?
Oh yeah, I remember Eddie. Yeah. What about the man?
Yeah. He brought the one day this white wine, and it just tastes like some squeezed lemon.
Okay.
Some citrus is really
interesting.
Bomb. Yeah, I don't know whether.
What was it? Do you remember?
I have a photo.
Is it a Riesling?
I don't know, to be honest, because I'm pretty bad at remembering the names.
Sure.
I can share you that later.
Nice.
The photo. It was quite interesting, and I think that is the moment I think, oh, maybe I should explore more of that than white wine. Yeah.
Well, you know, if you've got friends that are willing to share with you,
Yeah.
it's hard to say no.
I won't. I won't say no.
Yep.
Yes, please giving me that. Wow. Okay, then French or Italy?
I like them both.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Actually, that's a dumb question. Even though you asking me that Scotch or Irish or Japanese, I
Well,
would
I
say
mean,
no.
for
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
at that's at this stage, I think of your taste buds, it's not about where it comes from;
Yeah.
it's how it's made and what is the final product.
Yeah.
And
as
if
you mentioned at the beginning.
yeah,
in the
so if
beginning,
you love
yeah.
complexity, it doesn't matter where it's come from. It can come from Armenia, it can come from Japan, it can come from Thailand. If the product's good and it makes you, you know, gives you that you know that utility,
Yeah.
then
But
yes.
is that true? Because I heard that, I read that in one of the article. So because back then, French wine, Italian wine, or even Bordeaux or Burgundy, they have a pretty much that their strong character. But
Yeah.
I don't know, because of these days, the new world, like a Australia or even Napa Valley. So it pretty much, and then they developed more that the flavors and then new flavors. I don't know. So it, the character, I mean, terroir is still there, but
Absolutely,
becomes like the Bordeaux wine or the French wine. Besides that, those that the big names, but
Yeah.
it becomes like a really like a more variety there, and then most like a reasonable character is getting loose.
Yeah.
Do you heard about that, or what do you think
No, no,
about that?
I've so you know the whole term about new
Yeah.
world and old world
Yeah.
it's not something that's used so much anymore because you know new world and old world denotes you know with modern winemaking it's really hard to tell what's new and what's old world anymore. And if you really want to talk about old world,
Yeah.
if you think about it, the Middle East or Asia has made wine longer
That's right.
even
Yes.
than Europe itself,
Yeah.
right? So to say that Europe is the new world and old world and the rest of the new world it's kind of also kind of incorrect to put it in that way.
That's right.
So what I would say is it European? Is it non-European? That's I think it's more accurate to put it. In terms of how you know modern winemaking has contributed to a homogenization of styles, I would say that terroir is in some ways also very questionable. I mean, there is really not much we can say in terms of science to say that the essence of a place can only be distilled by just that location alone. There are many other factors. What if for example, I had the same chemical compounds and soy that are transported all the way from that country to place in a new place?
Yeah.
Would it grow in the same way? I mean, assuming that certain conditions remain the same, right? So it's also hard to say. We
Yeah.
don't really have the kind of controlled experiment to see that. But are there distinct differences between certain wines from certain regions as compared to the rest? I would say to a certain extent, yes, because it could also be not just terroir is not just even about geographical factors.
Yeah.
It's also the culture of the place as well, right? So, for example, if certain styles of Rieslings are expected to be in that place, then people are going to gravitate towards that style because anything else will make it difficult for them to sustain in terms of the domestic market.
Yeah.
Because people tasting like this doesn't even taste like what I should expect as a wine from this region, and it's hard for you to sell it domestically.
Right.
All right. So if majority of these winemakers, if their market is domestic, which we can assume, then they need to cater to that style, that accepted style in that region, and therefore they need to make wines also in a certain way.
Yeah.
And in that sense, it's not because of the fact that the region cannot produce a different style, but they have a tendency to gravitate towards one way of it showing up, and therefore it distinguishes it as compared to other places. And you can only narrow it down to so many places that it could taste like that.
Wow. So basically, certain point, they try to maintain their traditions, and then I mean they definitely for the usual their the buyers and then the drinkers, but probably they want to explore more that the other way, maybe like I don't know, the new this broad
Yeah.
winery or new generations.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah.
And they absolutely could. And,
Yeah.
and you know, it's and it's a challenge.
Yeah.
I tell you why,
Exactly.
because you know the wine market's brutal. You have thousands of winemakers
Yeah.
vying for attention,
Yeah.
and you know you're lucky if you have some journalists or people who manage to spot you and say, this is really different from the rest, and it tastes great. You know, but good luck on that. You know,
Yeah.
finding the opportunity. You still need to sustain yourself in terms of feeding yourself every day to day, and you got to move stock. You know,
Yeah.
in order to make yourself sustainable as a business. So you can run a couple of experiments by the side. You can get your name. I mean, there are strategies to do that. It's hard work.
Yeah.
I'm no winemaker myself. You know, I don't want to be. I know it's really tough. These guys work 24/7 honestly to get their name
Yeah.
out there, and you know all they get are critics who taste this stuff
That's
and
like
say
that,
that's just
yeah.
bad. It's easy to just criticize, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, it's a risk,
Yeah.
right? Trying out something new is a risk. I mean, you still have to be able to move to that product.
Yes.
Ultimately, it's still a business, unless
Yeah,
you're
business,
unless you're in
yes.
the position to say that this winery is just one of my hobbies, it's just one of my pastimes.
I'm doing this for fun.
Yeah, it's one of my villas that I
Yeah.
just go to
Yeah.
on the holidays to stay in, right? And it doesn't matter, you know. So in that situation, there's no pressure.
Yeah.
But if you're running as a business, yeah,
Definitely money involved. Yes, yes.
yeah. So you
Yeah,
can't
there
do
you go.
something that's so out of this world
Yeah.
as well.
I mean, in that point, because whiskey, I guess that all the famous distillery like Glenmorangie or Glendronach, because they release that the core range, I think that is the demands for that. Those that the people who are always looking for that.
Yeah.
But we in the whiskey scene, there's a independent bottlers because they are more doing explore more
Yeah.
different flavors or better flavors. So kind of the quite different. Even the normal traditional distillery, they do that some exploration.
Yeah.
So in the wine scene, I mean, definitely they'll be quite winery doing that the traditional way. Is there-
Absolutely, yeah.
something like an independent bottlers.
They do.
They do.
But you have to. I think you have to come to a point that you are sustainable enough as a business in
Yeah.
order to do that. That people say, after tasting all your stuff and knowing that everything you produce is good, you can come out some funky thing. I still trust you to make some good stuff.
Yeah. So any winery or bottles you have tried that kind of the explorational wine? How to say that? Should I say?
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
I taste all sorts of funny stuff. I mean, the most memorable
funny
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah,
Sounds
the most
interesting.
memorable stuff
Yeah.
I tasted this year, and quite honestly, it wasn't a great wine, but it was interesting. It was basically an Iraqi wine.
Iraqi. Wow.
Yeah, it was Iraqi wine. They basically harvested the grapes in Iraq, brought it over to Armenia, and then made the wine there.
I see.
And so it's basically made in Iraq, grapevines on the floor. I mean, it's just no trellising, just sprout all over the place. People just hand harvesting. God knows how many bombings they had down there when they had to pick the grapes up. So yeah, I mean that
Sounds like a very local and then culture there.
it's exciting. It was
Yeah.
exciting. You know what? It was diluted.
Yeah.
It was weak. The wine was very light colored. Didn't have much expression. But then that was a very exciting wine for me.
Wow. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet, yes, it's something different from any other wine you ever tried. And then
Yeah.
literally, there's a lot of the reason or character there.
Yes.
No matter how it good or bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
That's really fascinating experience, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's I mean, maybe you experienced this yourself. You've tasted a lot of whiskeys, right?
Yeah.
And you come to a point that a lot of the whiskeys you taste is kind of predictable.
Yes, I have to say,
Yes.
agree. Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
when you come
Yeah.
across something that's a bit different, I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe it's Madeira cask or
Yeah.
whatever special cask it is. Oh, that's so different, right? Now that's interesting. Now you may not like it, right? Because
Yeah.
it may not be exactly what you think of as well made or complex. but it's probably the most memorable thing you had, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with me with wines. I've tasted so many different stuff to the point that it's kind of expected, predictable in a certain way.
I mean, pretty much the when we're looking at the tasting note, it's pretty much the same flavor notes is there.
Yeah.
But when we literally drink that as something different, it's like
that's when you pop, the lights turn on, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, that moment, not because I'm Korean. Actually, these days I tried one Korean whiskey. That was quite the moment that switched it on. You want some more water?
Yes, I would love some.
Okay.
More, yes.
Yeah, about the Korean whiskey.
Yes.
Yeah, it was something different from the Scotch that I have been drinking. Although I only drink maybe 3-4 years aggressively.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was quite different from what I am drinking. So I felt like, okay, this is the Korean whiskey. They need to go. So something make it different. Of course, they need to produce something similar to the usual whiskey, but this kind of the range will be that the Korean style. It could be.
Yeah. I mean, Korea has a lot of great stuff. Like,
Thank you.
I had a Korean gin. It's amazing because Korea has so many unique ingredients that you can't find elsewhere, and unique ingredients, unique fruits. And so, those herbs, those fruits, if you use that, you can make some really amazing, unique gin that you definitely can't find in any part of the world.
Yeah, I think that is the power of that. I mean, we have an ingredient, fresh ingredient. I mean, every country has their own ingredient. Even the same, I mean, like, what do you say, herbs? Cilantro, and then here, in China, cilantro is definitely different. And in Korea, and then US, cilantro, different.
Yeah.
Actually, here is not cilantro, it's a coriander.
Yeah.
So I guess that the difference is actually that coming into that, even though creating the same whiskey or same wine, that is actually that possibility to go in the way that the different way of that flavors. Yeah,
it's just a crazy amount of really different flavors that you can't find in other parts of the world.
Okay, I guess we are almost the end part of the podcast.
That's fast.
Yeah. Oh, is it fast? It's almost 1 hour.
Yeah, didn't feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. You feel, it's short, and we can do a 30-minute more, but no, that's okay. So I guess that the many listeners definitely want to ask about that. What would you recommend when you go to the fair price or cold storage? I mean, of course, depends on the price range. Yeah, but I guess pretty much that the normal people just say just that we go there fair price and then buying that some stuff, groceries and that. Maybe I just want to grab a wine, maybe $50 or less than $100. So do you have in your mind something to recommend?
Well, quite honestly, I don't really go to the supermarket to buy wines anymore because I feel like quality definitely has improved over the years, right? It's no longer your Jacob's Creek and stuff like that, but I tend to not go over to buy. I mean, for a couple of reasons. One is sometimes the way they actually store the wines are not really optimal.
Not the right way.
Yeah, so I mean, look, they do have a more exclusive range in the supermarkets, and it's usually in behind the glass door in the chiller or something like that. The ones that you see are actually put on the shelves. Those are meant to be fast moving. So they get it in container loads and they put it in there and it's supposed to move quickly. It's not too bad. To if you want to get an introduction to what the wine world is like, to taste these grapes and have a bit of a standard as to where what kind of flavors you can expect from these grapes. So supermarkets are not a bad way to go in there to learn about the basics. But I think I go to a lot more specialty shops these days because they do have really interesting things that I can't really find. Like there are some really great wines from Australia that some of the distributors do carry, and it's as good as $48, $50. On especially on days with discount, it's actually very attractive. So I usually tend to go for that kind of things. But I would recommend, of course, if you're new to the wine world, go for the cheapest thing that you can find in the supermarket. Get a sense of this is what it is when it's mass produced. And then when you are much more clear about it, then work your way up to more expensive
Move on
things.
to that, a bit more, $10 more, $20 more.
Yeah, because the worst thing you want to do is just splurge $100 on a bottle, and you don't even know what you can expect from it, and drinking it is like drinking water.
Yeah.
So why waste your money on that, right?
And actually, that's the point. Even though somebody recommend that, okay, this is great stuff, not every time it works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's good just to explore from that the affordable range.
Yeah.
Where you know what you like, what you don't like. Maybe that is the starting point of that. Exploring more.
Absolutely. I mean, when I first started out drinking, I loved just buttery, sweet kind of Chardonnay with lots of oak in there. It doesn't matter if it doesn't have much fruit. It's going to be really oaky. I love the kind of thing, malolactic fermentation. So, it's got this really smooth texture on the mouth, like eating popcorn, buttered popcorn.
Wow.
But, as your taste evolves, then that's not what you want anymore.
Yeah.
So it becomes too much actually. It's too overwhelming. So you'll evolve over time. And then there's some days when you're pretty upset about things. And then you go back to the buttery popcorn again.
That's funny. Yeah. It's really amazing. Yeah, you really talked a lot and then shared a lot.
I talk too much.
No, it's good. That's what the podcast is supposed to be. Yeah. Okay. I guess that the pretty much all the information I want to suck it out from you.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely I have more questions, but
course.
definitely we can do it another round.
Yeah.
So, I mean, before you, where are you coming from?
I came from Tiong Bahru.
Oh, Tiong Bahru. Okay.
Yes.
Is that your living place?
That's where I
Right?
stay,
Okay,
yeah.
I see. Okay, it's not that. Okay, still far,
It's
but
okay. I
yes,
drove, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, awesome, man. Yeah, I think thanks for today, and then sharing your journey, and then what you like.
Of course, man.
Yeah, I hope we can do another round and anytime soon. Doesn't need to be soon, but
Yeah, 100%. If the audience love to have me back, I'll be happy to go a second round.
Absolutely, I guarantee everybody want you back. And I mean, we pretty much talking about the whiskey, but definitely we want to talk about some other drinks.
Yes.
Yeah, especially Eddie loves wine. And
Eddie, yes.
Yeah, and then some other my Korean friend. We want to talk about makgeolli.
Makgeolli, I know.
Yes,
Yes.
So I think that is really interesting. I think whiskey is good, but every time talking about the whiskey can't be. So, good. Yeah.
Makgeolli, whiskey, rum. Hey, anything, man. Anything with if it's free.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'll be happy to talk about it.
Absolutely. Okay. Besides that, the whiskey, wine, and the whiskey, what other drinks are you enjoying these days?
I like gin.
Gin.
Yes, I do.
So you mix up or?
No, I usually drink a sipping gin.
Oh.
Yes.
Any recommendation? Which one you're drinking?
I've actually the gin that I usually drink, I go directly to the if I do visit the distillery, I do get it. The one so Korea actually makes a very good one, a really small batch called the Buja gin.
Buja gin.
Yes.
Okay, I never heard. Oh my gosh, it's a shame.
Yes. No, it's a really small batch. I don't know if you will have, but it's a really excellent gin.
Wow.
Small batch. This guy, former investment banker, quit his job to pursue this, and I don't know, making some probably the best gin I've tasted in Korea so far.
Wow.
He has one that's aged in oak barrel. I mean, a gin that's aged in oak barrel is amazing.
Wow. I should check it out. It out. It's good information. Yeah. All right. Thanks for that. Thanks for sharing that again.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. So I know you enjoyed it. How do you feel?
No, it's good. Just
I don't force you to
No, it's normal. It's natural,
Yeah. Awesome. So where are you heading after this?
Oh, go back, check my emails a little bit.
Okay.
And after
Still
that,
work stuff.
Stuff, and then head out to give my friend that lift. Yeah.
So and then family time.
Oh no, I'm really like head out for dinner.
Oh,
Just
okay.
chill a little bit, and then come home not too late, because tomorrow it's open bar.
Yes, you said open bar.
Yeah.
You want to share about the open bar a little bit? No?
The open bar, no, it's just basically an event over at Pali Renaissance, it's a Japanese restaurant down there that's having this event where they
Okay.
have many things, Japanese food you can taste or you can eat, and then you can help yourself to any of the drinks that is by all these different vendors that's down there.
Okay.
They have sake, they have wine, they have whatever.
Is it open to public or?
You have to buy a ticket.
Oh, yeah, buy the ticket.
Yeah. So it's like 3 hours, and then you can taste and eat. So that's the plan is to go over there and taste some of the wines that I've always wanted to taste, and then speak to people over there, and then go back
Social,
home.
yeah.
Go back home and spend time with the kids, the family, and all that.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
That's
Yeah,
my
but-
life, dude. These
Yeah.
days, it's revolving
Sounds
around
like
the
a plan,
kids
yes.
and the wife and the work, and
I don't have a kid yet, so I don't know into yet that
yeah,
this
dude.
world. Yes.
When you have one, you will be drinking more.
Oh, I thought I was expecting you to drink less. But I guess no. Okay, we'll find out.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, man. Again,
No
thanks for
problems.
today. Yeah, I guess this is today's episode, pretty much. I hope you guys enjoyed a lot. I hope because it's quite different from what we usually talking about. So I guess we can do another round, and then I will be back with another friend, and or me alone. Thanks for listening to this Whiskey Vibe. I am Ryu, and then today my guest Shalom.
He's
Great guy. Yes. All right. Thanks, guys, and drink responsibly, and then have a good night, good day, whatever. Okay. Bye.